Okay, this is part 2 of our grid project. And so it's kind of starting with our 10th step. And we've just duplicated the model copy. So now we're going to basically turn it black and white, or our directions give us a Command-Shift-U or Control-Shift-U, and this is a desaturate. So if we were doing it under Image and we went to Adjustments and we went to Desaturate, you see you have a Shift-Control-U. So we're going to do that. Whoops, over here. And we're on this one, and we're going to do I'm going to get back my Move tool here just to be sure. And U, and it desaturated the picture. Okay, so, or I could have just gone to Image and Adjustments and Desaturate. So that's where that comes from. These directions don't give us where things are coming from. It just kind of gives the keystrokes. Okay, next item. We are going to go under the filter menu now. So we're going to go to the filter menu, and we're going to go to Distort and then choose Diffuse Glow. Now, if we go to Distort right here, it doesn't give us that option. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the filter gallery. And when I go to the filter gallery, this thing fills up my whole screen. So it's going to get really big. I'm going to click here. Okay. And then I'm going to go to Distort, Diffuse Glow, and I'm going to choose 3 for graininess, 5 for glow amount, and 10 for clear amount. And I'm going to hit OK. And then it just says this will blow out the highlights a bit and give us a stylish grain over the whole image. So, next step. The next step, we're going to tighten up the contrast a bit by doing a Command L or a Control L and running a simple levels adjustment. So you can, I'm going to make sure I'm on my right one and do a Control L. And this will give me my levels. And so on our directions, it kind of goes to a 9.2, just a little bit. And that's just kind of a soft light type deal. They've adjusted the shadows. You can kind of adjust yours how to want. Next, change the layer to a blend mode to soft light. And so the layer blend mode is over here actually in the layer. So have the layer here, and then the blend mode is right here where the opacity is. So you're going to click on the little drop box, and then you're going to go to soft light. Soft light. And then, which adds some stylist contrast to the image. Now, on mine, when I added that soft light, it added a lot of the color back. So I think I'm going to just go with lighten on my example here. Okay. Then we are going to go back to our grid layer. So now I'm going to go back to this grid layer. We're on step 12, and click on the layer to make it active again, then select the magic wand tool from the toolbar. So I'm going to go over here and find my magic wand tool. If it's not showing, usually you have one of these showing it. Quick selection tool, magic wand, or object selection tool. So I'm going to choose my magic wand tool, and then it will say press Shift W. I'm not sure if that works. And click inside one of the squares and make sure that you are on your grid menu. So I'm going to click this one, and then it says select 2 more squares. So I'm going to go with maybe this one. And I think I need to hold the Shift down to get more. So Shift so you can get a view. And now I've got 3 squares selected in my grid. And remember when you do this to hold the Shift key down so you can add additional selections. And then you want to fill these, create a new blank layer, fill the square selections with white. So we have it selected, and we're going to get a new, and not a new layer group, sorry, create new layer. So now I have a new layer, and I'm going to name this layer white boxes. White boxes. Okay, so white boxes. And then it says, when selection are made, create a new blank layer, fill the square selections with white, and then deselect. So the easiest way for me to fill these with white is with the paint bucket tool, which you don't really see right here, right off the bat. So here's our little more, and I'm going to go ahead and hold that down. And then I'm going to go find the paint bucket tool. And this is the easiest way to fill a selection with anything solid. So I'm going to get the paint bucket tool. And then again, I need it to be white, not black. So I'm going to go ahead and choose, let's see, let's get this. And I want current, new. Okay, so new, I want the white, so okay. And then I'm going to click here. Great, it gives me the black. So when something happens like that, I'm going to go to Edit, Undo Paint Bucket. And now I'm going to go ahead and go to my color swatches. And I'm going to pick white. Hopefully that will give me white as my choice. No, it still gave me black. Okay, then I'm going to click there. There we go. Just doing all at once. Okay, so somehow get that white on top. Just fill those with the paint bucket. All right. Okay, we're on step 13. We're going to click back on the grid layer. So I'm clicking back on my grid layer. And then I'm going to get my magic wand tool to choose 3 more layers. So right now my selection is still on. So I'm going to do deselect. I'm going to make sure my grid, get my magic wand tool. And now I'm going to check. Now I'm going to get 3 more different ones. So I'm going to go ahead and go maybe one here and maybe one here. Hold my shift key down and one here. Okay, so now I've got 3 of the squares picked out, and then with your foreground and background colors set back to their default. So go ahead and click this little guy right here. That'll make it default. Click on the Create New Adjustment Layer icon at the bottom. So I'm going to create new adjustment layer. I'm going to set here. And group adjustment layer. Okay, so I'm going to get my adjustment layer. And I'm going to go to Gradient Map. Not Gradient, Gradient Map. This will make the selected square grids black and white. And you will see here giving us a very cool finished look. Okay. Then the last part of this is just to fill in my text now. Okay, I've put in some text, and now I want to show you guys you can make this really interesting, and you can make it a lot of different ways just by using in the layers, just by checking out the different, like how it will look. So if I go back to my model copy layer and I come over here, and I can just kind of go through these and see, the different effects that it will give me. So some of these will give me a lot more color. I kind of like that one too. Color dodge, it depends what kind of look you're looking for. But again, they wanted us in the assignment, it has the soft light, which really showed a bit of contrast between the black and white and the color. So it's kind of what you are looking for. Oh, that's kind of cool. That would be really cool too. Anyway, so you can kind of look at the different Ooh, I really like that one too. Luminosity. I'll leave it there. Okay. End of project. You can spend all day doing this. That's it.